Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. Mine's going pretty well. It is a beautiful day in New York at the moment. And, today I was scrolling through one of my favorite subreddits. It's called r/I am a piece of shit. Yeah, pretty funny name, right? And I came across a pretty interesting article about a man who basically, abused an animal, like a wild animal, and basically got away with it. So we'll go ahead and hop right into it. So the post that I found is titled, "Piece of shit ran over a wolf with snowmobile, taped her mouth shut, paraded her around town, and tortured her before taking her out back to shoot and kill her." That already sounds pretty fucked up. So I was like, you know what? I gotta find, I guess, like an article on this. And I found one from a journalism site called The Sun. So we'll go ahead and just go over that, and we'll cover the whole story here. So the article that I found is titled, "Cruel Hunter Parades Tortured Wolf with Tape Around Its Mouth Before Taking Wounded Animal to Bar and Finally Killing It." So the piece of shit in this picture is named Cody Roberts. He's a 42-year-old that owns his own trucking business. That doesn't matter. And basically he's fine with abusing animals, whether it be a wild animal. He has no ethics when it comes to hunting at all. Just to start off with paraphrasing the article a little bit, Cody Roberts, age 42, was fined $250 for being in possession of the live wolf, but it was not illegal to kill it. Outrage was sparked from this by animal rights activists, and, that makes sense. It's pretty fucked up that he's just toying with some wolf, animal and then parading it around and killing it. But the most fucked up thing that I found was right before he took those pictures, he basically ran the wolf over with a snowmobile, injuring it. He then reportedly dragged it through the Green River Bar, which is, the bar that he paraded it around with, as regulars swilled beer before taking it behind the bar, torturing it, and then killing it. What an absolute scum of a human being. This guy should honestly probably spend a couple years in jail for what he did. If he treats an animal like that, imagine how he would treat, maybe a human being. Maybe we're not seeing everything here. An absolute piece of shit. And I'll go ahead and continue on a little bit here. So his relative, Jean Ivy Roberts, a family of the Roberts, reenacted this disturbing scene from the wolf skin with the wolf's skin at the same bar. So the wolf that was killed, she's basically reenacting the scene holding its skin after the animal was killed, which is honestly a terrible thing. It's a insult to injury. This wolf did not deserve that. No animal deserves to be treated like that. Run over by a snowmobile, then have the mouth taped shut, tortured, and then killed. Awful. And I just want to go over a little bit that I guess the animal rights activist groups did around this, and where the story is now and where I think it'll be in the future. So again, I'm still paraphrasing, I'm not quoting. It says animal rights activists were up in arms because of Roberts basically only just got a $250 fine for being a piece of shit. Really. The Animal Wellness Action and the Center for a Humane Economy wrote a letter to the officials of the town that Roberts was in. It stated that Roberts' actions clearly warrant a punishment more severe than the $250 ticket that he received for possession of live wildlife. The Animal Wellness Action and Center for a Humane Economy wrote in a letter to officials. Okay, that was like a tongue twister there, but whatever. It added, quote, "Such an anemic response on the part of law enforcement will be seen by some as tacit approval of his crimes and can only motivate other like-minded individuals driven by hatred of wolves to engage in similar repugnant behavior." And Ivy Roberts' post, the lady that, posed after the wolf was dead with its skin, garnered dozens of comments from users, most of whom supported the hunter. One said, quote, "He has a good heart." And another wrote, quote, "I'm with him. I'll bring the duct tape," quote. So it's not just Roberts that is an absolute piece of shit. It seems like most of the entire town are pretty horrible people and do not care about animals whatsoever. So going on, just want to cover a few more quotes and then we'll do a little wrap up here. So in the email to the town officials, The Humane Society basically stated that, quote, running over and crushing an animal with a snowmobile, binding the battered and wounded animal's mouth shut, and deciding to further torment the creature in front of an audience, rather than putting him out of his misery, is a textbook definition of malicious cruelty. And I gotta say, I do agree with that. This is a terrible, terrible thing to do. They go ahead and say, he continued a remorseless, cruel monster like this is a threat to other animals and a threat to people. The law must speak. And I have to agree, this man should spend some time in jail or should face severe fines or punishments for what he did. Because it is criminal that he is getting away with only a $250 fine for torturing and, torturing an animal before it ended up he ended up killing it. Terrible. So the rest of the article states that it is legal to kill wolves in the part of Subtle County where Roberts is, but by keeping the animal alive and tormenting it as Roberts did, he was violating hunting ethics. Absolutely. This guy seems like the piece of shit that would just put a bullet into a deer and then just leave it there to die. He makes everybody look bad. Everybody. It then goes on to say that the Wyoming Game and Fish Department confirmed that a man had been cited and fined for the misconduct, but did not name them. But Subtle County Circuit Court records showed Roberts was cited for a wildlife violation from an incident on February 29th. So, insane. He's still not being punished for this, and he's getting away with it. And that about ends the article there. As to the rest of my knowledge, I don't believe that he's really facing any serious repercussions for this. And I just wanted to kind of bring light to this issue because, again, this is a terrible thing, and this guy's just getting away with it. He's walking scotch-free. Yeah, I could go on for this for maybe an hour. Terrible human being. That about does it for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.